Hello, for today we are going to relate multiplication to division and also go over some division rules that might be useful when you are solving division problems. Okay, so what I mean by relating multiplication to division is finding out how these two operations are related, and so multiplication is used to find the total when we have groups of equal numbers, but what happens when we need to divide that total into equal groups? Well, that's basically division. So let's say you have like 12 candies that you want to divide among 3 friends. So since we just learned division recently, let's not use a visual representation and try to do this mathematically. So 12 divided by 3 equals well, what would this equal to? Well, you could pause the video and try it on your own. Great, so this equals 4, because you could just do 12 minus 3 minus 3 minus 3, and then until you get 0, minus 3 one more, and you have to subtract 3 4 times, which means that 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay, and how does this division relate to multiplication? Well, if you get 3 and 4, which is the quotient and the divisor, and multiply them, they will now become factors. What will the answer to this equal? Well, this 3 times 4 is just 12. And how do we know it's 12? Because, well, essentially they're the same type of operation. Like addition and subtraction, they're opposites. Division and multiplication are opposites as well. Okay, so now what are some multiplication rules that we can use to I guess make it easier to division rules to make it easier to divide. Well, the first rule would be that division by 0 is always undefined. You won't need this rule in elementary school or middle school, but know that, for example, 6 divided by 0, well, if you think about this, you can't divide anything into 0 parts, so that makes this equation undefined. And if you divide, the next rule is if you divide a number by itself, it would be the same. Let's use 6 divided by 1. 6 divided by 1 would just be 6 because you're dividing 6 by 1, which is just by itself. So it would just be the number 6. And the next rule would be if you divide a number by itself, it would just be 1. So 6 divided by 6 equals 1. Notice how the second and the third equation are basically like the same numbers. Well, you could switch the quotient and the divisor and interchangeably, and they'll still be an equation that makes sense. Yes, and the last rule is that you can just, to solve division problems, you can just subtract the divisor from the dividend multiple times until you get 0, and then count up the amount of times you divided by the divisor. For example, 12 divided by 3. Well, how much times do we have to do this? Well, we have to subtract 3 from 12 4 times, so it will just be 4. Well, that is it for today. Hopefully this video was helpful. Thank you.